Welcome to the myComply webinar today, presented by the Safety Alliance. So first off, a big thank you to David and Jeff for getting this thing organized here with us. The Safety Alliance has been an awesome partnership with myComply, and these guys are extremely passionate about safety in the workplace. I mean, obviously, that's kind of what we do. So I think it's a great fit, and we're really excited to spend some more time with those guys. And as well as the chapter members for the Safety Alliance. So thanks to everyone for tuning in here today. My name is Zach, and I'm joined here with my colleague, Adam. And welcome to the webinar for free training tracking tools for you. So let's proceed here and get things going. So once again, this is proudly presented by myComply and the Safety Alliance. Our partnership is fairly new with the Safety Alliance, but we've gotten to know these guys over the last couple months and over the last year here, and we really like what they're doing. And obviously, there's some synergies between both companies as we're both really focused on promoting a safer, healthier workplace, no matter what industry it is. Obviously, one thing you'll learn today is that myComply was born out of the need for construction safety, but obviously all workplace safety is something that we are extremely passionate about. So who are we? The guy talking to you right now, me, I'm Zach Uzdebski. I'm a customer success manager here at myComply. My background stems from a bit of construction. I worked in a warehouse as a forklift operator for some years. And for the last number of years, I've been working in the tech space here in Canada. And then I'm joined here by my colleague Adam, and I'll let him introduce himself here.
Yeah, my name is Adam Zabitnev. Background stems from working for one of the largest mining companies in the world, and a few different construction companies, and then jumped into the technology sector, and here I am today. myComply was a great fit for me and my background, so I've been working with them for over a year now.
So one thing that you can see about our titles is we are customer success managers. We work with a lot of companies like many of the people who are tuning in to our webinar here today. We see the struggles with managing safety, tracking training with employees and workers, whether it's a job site or whether you're working in a hospital or wherever you work. Managing safety can be really difficult, and we hope that myComply is a solution that makes that a bit easier for a lot of people, and that's kind of why we're here today. Is we're here to show you that. So, what does myComply do? So we build software to make job sites safer. A couple things that you'll see in our software, and we're going to get really quick into showing this off here. Adam's going to walk us through myComply. And once again, myComply is a free tool for anyone to use. And we're going to show off some of our stuff that's in early development towards the end of the webinar, actually stuff that has not been shown off publicly yet. So you guys are going to get a sneak peek at some of the new tech. But what you're going to see is you're going to see that myComply has employee tracking built in for free, project document sharing. We have a training marketplace where you can book training for training in your area, or book training with the largest online training provider, which is Click Safety in the United States. So what's on the agenda? We're hoping to take up no more than about 45 minutes of your time today. And for those of you who are tuned in, and for those who couldn't make it, we're going to send the link to the webinar. You'll get the video after, and I'll also send this slide deck to you guys, so you have everything if you're not able to stick around for the whole time. So quick myComply introduction, who we are, what we do, and then Adam's going to take you through a myComply demo, and that's our free tool. He'll take you through how that's going to help your business or your company manage and track training more effectively. And then towards the end, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek at our Smart Badge technology. So we're about 2 weeks away from our launch of our myComply Smart Badge. And I'm just going to show everyone a quick early access look at our new development, because we're really excited about it. So one thing I want to ask all of you guys is feel free to ask us questions. There's a question and answer poll on Zoom, as well as the Zoom webinar chat. I'm going to keep my eye on that chat this entire time. If we're in the middle of demonstrating something, we might not get to your question immediately, but we should take questions here on the fly. And if we can't get to them, we're going to take them at the end. So you ask the questions and we will answer. Oh, we've got a question already. Is this for OSHA or DOT? So we have, we've got this queued up for OSHA, yes.
You can track anything though, just to answer your question one. You'll see once we get into the software that essentially any types of certifications or trainings that your workers have, our software can help track that and provide you with expiry notifications and things that, you know, an Excel spreadsheet just won't provide for you. But we'll get into that once we get into the demo one.
Without further ado, that's a good segue here. We didn't want to take too much of your time with the intro. We thought that you guys are all here to check out the software, and we're extremely happy to show you guys that. So Adam's going to walk you through myComply here, and yeah, here we go. Adam, I'm going to pass this off to you.
All right, thanks, Zach. We're just going to flip over to the actual page here, and then we'll get started. All right, so I think everyone can see my screen now. So essentially what I'm on here is the look of a general contractor's page, but the same look is for a subcontractor as well. They both have access to the myComply's page. I mean, and this software isn't 100% just for the construction industry. You'll see as we go along that you can pretty much track anything utilizing this software. It is totally up to you. But this is what it looks like when you get started. All you're going to do is go to mycomply.net. You're going to log in via making a registration, or log in via Procore, PlanGrid, Facebook, or Google. We have all four options. And once you log in and make your company page, this is what it's going to look like here. So first things first, you can click on the edit banner right under your company title there. You can change a few things. You can add in a phone number, an email, a website for your company, an address, a logo, and safety documents as well, which are available on the front of your company page here. You can basically put anything in terms of these safety documents, any size, any type. You can even put a safety video at the top here to be housed on your company page. And this company page is available for your own internal company only. This isn't available for anyone else to pop in and see. This is your own internal company management. So I'm just going to scroll down here and show you what it looks like to track your workers. So we've got a couple of workers in here. We've got Jenny Construction, we've got Johnny Construction. And if we open up one of their profiles here, I'm going to open up Jenny Construction here. You can see that Jenny is tracking a few different types of training here. We're tracking it for her. So we've got the CPR first aid, HASCOM training, OSHA 10, silica awareness. You can see issued on dates, expiry dates. You can track as many types of certifications as you guys want to. There could be 100 certifications under one worker. It'll all be tracked. So basically all you do to add in a certification is click add certification. You can choose from your pre-populated list here, or if you see something that's not in the pre-populated list, all you do is click add and type in the name of that certification. It will then become a part of that pre-populated list for good. After that, all you're going to do is add in an issued on date for that certification or training, an expiry date, and then photo proof. And you can add in multiple pages for photo proof. You'll see that I've got a front of card and back of card. Here's the training photo card. Here's the back of the card. It even accepts PDFs. So if you were to add a PDF, it's going to show the first page of that PDF, and then you can actually download the original document as well. So like I said, you can add in as many workers, as many trainings as you want. To add an employee, very simple. You click add employee. At minimum, you have to put in a first and last name, but there are more options. You can add in an employee ID for that person as well. You can add in an email and a cell phone number. If you add in an email or a cell phone number, it's going to send this person an invite to link up to their profile. And when you have them linked up to their profile, there's 3 different permissions. I can't access it here until I type in an email, but I'm going to explain what those 3 permissions are very quickly. We'll go up into the administration area under permissions. You can see that we've got 3 different permissions here. We've got Zach as the company admin. We've got Jenny Construction as the company view permission, and Johnny Construction as a personal permission. So the company admin is what I am right now on this company page. I'm able to add employees, delete employees, add certifications, delete certifications, manage the entire company. Now, the company view permission allows that person to have view-only access. We often see this permission being granted to supervisors, superintendents, foremen on jobs, and those types of workers generally need just access to view their workers on site. So if they want to pull up Jenny Construction's training, for example, quickly on site, they could go ahead and do that. And that's generally what we see the company view for. And then finally, the lowest level of permission, if someone's linked to their profile, is a personal permission. So what this gives access to this person is the My Profile page. So if you click on the My Profile page, Zach doesn't have any certifications here, but if you had a few certifications, those would end up here. And basically it allows that worker to track this stuff on their own. And if they make any adjustments, add a certification, for example, that's been, for a training that's been taken, that will push an update to you as the general contractor in the updates area. You can view that card and accept it if it's good, or reject it if it's not. The other thing in terms of personal permission that it allows them to do, and any other permission for that matter, is allows you as a worker to download the myComply worker app. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play App Store for Androids. And essentially what that app is a digital wallet for tracking your training. So you're able to quickly take photos of your certifications, and instead of showing up to work with 20 to 30 different certifications and training cards in your wallet, you can actually just show up with the myComply worker app and all that stuff available digitally. So that's a nice little touch added as well. So I'm just going to scroll down and show you a few more things on your company page that will be interesting for you. So one nice thing that we have is the ability to extract an Excel spreadsheet, which will outline every single certification you have within your company. So if I click Excel, what that's going to do is just quickly export an Excel spreadsheet. And I'll show you what that looks like as soon as it opens. It just takes a second here. And it goes through all of the training that we have in the company here. It's just taking a second to download. Once you download it the first time, it's much quicker the second time. We'll just take a second here. There it is. We'll open that up, and there we go. There is the spreadsheet. You can see that all of the training that we have within the company is listed here. You've got the name of the training, the employee ID, first name, last name, expiry dates of the training, issued on dates of the training. Obviously, you can take control of this spreadsheet here and do whatever you want with it. If you wanted to go ahead and filter it and sort it, do whatever you want. The spreadsheet is now yours. Another nice thing we have is the ability to export a spreadsheet for a singular training. So if you wanted to just see OSHA 10, for example, HAZCOM training, silico awareness, any type of training you have, you can just click Excel. And let me stress the fact that you can put any type of training in here. I know someone was talking about OSHA versus DOT. You can track anything. In fact, some of the companies that we see tracking stuff with our software, they are using it for equipment tracking. They'll start a separate company for equipment tracking or track it right within their original company. You can add as many companies as you want, as many employees, as many types of equipment as you want. I can't stress that enough. It can be utilized however you want it to be. And one thing that I will mention that is very important with these expiry dates is no matter what you're tracking, as long as you have the expiry dates in there, you will receive expiry notifications. So those notifications are not only within the software like you see here for silico awareness, you can see that it's expired for Johnny Construction, but also any admin on your company page will receive an email on a weekly basis that gives a 2-month forecast of the upcoming expiries. So you can keep on top of that training. And in fact, you can book right within the software if you see fit. So if we click book, that's going to take us to our training marketplace page here. You can book right on Click Safety, or for example, once we build out the marketplace, you can book right online. You can book in-person training as well. So here's some training in New York City, for example. Now, just a couple more things to go through on the internal company page. Here's the certification expiries area. Here's just another way you can forecast upcoming expiries within your company. You can see that it's listed out year by year and then month by month in terms of what's upcoming and it expires. So if we wanted to check out 2020, for example, you can see that there's 2 expiries in February. I can tell that by the count over here. And then if you check out February, you can see that Jenny and Johnny's HasCom trainings are both expired in February. So you can make sure to book them in for some training. One more thing here at the bottom is the training matrix. Basically what this allows you to do is add in basically the requirements to be a member of the crew, for example. So Jenny and Johnny are both members of the crew because they have the CPR, first aid, and OSHA 10. You can also include untrained users, and that'll open up who doesn't have the actual required training right here. You can see that Zach is an untrained worker. I'm sorry, Zach, we're gonna have to leave you off site here, buddy. You're gonna have to get some training if you don't mind. Thank you. So yeah, that's basically what it allows you to do, is just quickly look that stuff up. You also have the ability to look up the untrained worker stuff within just a singular certification as well. So if we clicked OSHA 10, for example, click show untrained, there's Zach again. He doesn't have his OSHA 10, so we can get him booked in. Another couple of things quickly, deleted employees. If you delete an employee, they'll actually end up in the deleted employees section and they'll still have their certifications attached to them. So if we were to delete Johnny Construction here, for example, it'll break that link to the email because we don't want them checking out your company page if they've been let go or maybe they've been laid off. So if we go up into the deleted employees area, you can see we have a few deleted employees here. So we're going to find Johnny Construction. We can see his stuff and we're going to go ahead and restore.
Henry's got a question for us here, Adam. He says, can I add different crews with different requirements?
Yeah, absolutely, Henry. You can add in as many different crews as you want. You just name them here and adjust the requirements as you see fit. So you can basically put any type of certification here and designate that for a certain type of crew. Hope that answers your question, Henry. Okay, so from there, I think I'm going to move on to the projects area, you guys. If as long as I answered Henry's question, I think we're good to go on that. Basically, yeah, what I want to mention is, you know, as we move on to projects, let's say you are a general contractor on a project. You know, you get general contractor or a subcontractor. Everyone gets the same company profile here. And what Zach is going to touch on later on is the SMART badge. Basically, I'm just going to give you a super high level just to lead into that later on. This profile right here will be able to be uploaded to a SMART badge, which Zach will touch on later. So that is something that will be available via a card or a sticker. So I'm just going to go ahead and, oh, hold on, we've got another question here, and this is from Denise. How long do deleted employees stay in form? So they'll stay in there indefinitely, Denise. I know that there's different laws in terms of record retention across the board in terms of how long you need to keep that stuff on file. So that stuff is kept indefinitely, Denise, the deleted employees. So yeah, let's move on to projects here. So I've built a couple of projects. So football stadium, we're going to go ahead and click on that. And one thing I'm going to mention before we hop on to projects is just the fact that we've got two different types of projects. We've got our original project feature, which I'm going to show you first. And then we've got our second project feature, which is in beta. You should see a refined project feature or project V2 feature within the next month or two. So I'll explain sort of the difference between two and how they can help you on a job site. So basically the whole idea of a project is a general contractor having all their subcontractors link up to their project and sharing safety information on that project. We've also got another question here. Can I add an employee type of position, labor or supervisor? Yes, Henry, the answer to that is yes. You can add a laborer, supervisor, you can add any type of employee you want. It's definitely not going to stop you from adding any type of employee under that training matrix. And then whatever those unique trainings are that person needs, you can add that in as well and designate what they need.
Just for the sake of time, everyone, I think we're going to keep moving forward here, and we're going to answer questions just towards the latter end. So keep typing them in, and we'll take all of the questions towards the end there, just so Adam can get in a rhythm here.
Perfect. Exactly. All right. So the project here is the football stadium. This is the general contractor's look of a project. So basically what you do is you designate your document requirements. We've got proof of insurance, safety data sheets, project-specific safety manual, and football stadium job hazard assessment. And then we've also got employee certification requirements. So to be on site, the employees of your subcontractors need to have an OSHA 10 and HAZCOM training at minimum. Now, the next step after that is just going ahead and adding a subcontractor. You put in the name and email of that subcontractor or a cell phone number. It sends them an invite and gets them to link up to the profile. So once they do, the subcontractor is able to see what's designated of them. They go ahead and, I'm just going to flip over, that's project V2. They go ahead and add this information in. So we already went ahead and did that. All you do is, I'm just going to remove this, all you do is click upload and send, and you're able to send the file for the actual document requirement. And if there's anything that needs to be downloaded, signed, and then sent over from the general contractor, again, I can't stress enough, this is the subcontractor's view of the project. If you see this tape at the top, that's the subcontractor's view. So for example, right here, football stadium job hazard assessment, all we're going to do is click upload and send. That's going to send the stuff immediately over to the general contractor. So you can see we've already done these three here. We've added 2 employees to the project, and we've added their training. So pretty simple. As soon as this stuff is done here, as soon as this stuff is completed, the general contractor can see on their end, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm just going to flip back over. We can see that here's subcontractor. We can see that Zach Uzdebski has added the proof of insurance, safety data sheets. Actually, we deleted that proof of insurance. So if we refresh the page, that's going to be gone now. Our football stadium job hazard assessment. And then here's Jen Smith. We can see that they have their OSHA 10 training, their HAZCOM training. John Smith, OSHA 10 training, HAZCOM training. You can check out photo proof, make sure the document is, or the certification isn't expired, and that's all good there. So that's basically how that project works. Pretty simple. You get all your subcontractors listed out here, and you can see all the information that they're sharing. You have the option to export a PDF report that basically shows all of the training cards sent over by your subcontractors. And yeah, like I said, pretty simple to use. So I'm going to flip over to the project V2, show you the difference there and how this is going to help your company moving forward. So project V2, a little bit of a different look. You can see that we've got our subcontractors listed here. Here's subcontractor, and here's our document requirements. Now we're able to go ahead and put the template for that document requirement. Let's say it's a job hazard assessment sheet issued by the general contractor. You just go ahead and put that in the template, and the subcontractor can download that on their end. And yeah, pretty simple. So if we click on subcontractor here, we can see what they've all done. So we can see that the subcontractor has added their proof of insurance. We can see that we've rejected their safety data sheets. This is what's different. It creates a bit of a conversation within the project. So we can see what the comments are via each document. So if we wanted to check out safety data sheets, for example, there it is. There's the safety data sheet added by Zach Uzdebski. You can see that we've rejected that file with comments. And basically we've said, you forgot to sign this. So Zach's going to see that on his end. I'm going to flip over to the subcontractor side, show you what that looks like. So Zach can see that that safety data sheet has been rejected. He can actually go ahead and comment back and say, sorry, will sign and send back. Submit that, we'll close that, and then that comment is automatically going to be viewable by the general contractor. So like I said, just creates a bit of a conversation within the platform. Here's the comments you can see. Sorry, we'll sign and send back from Zach Uzdebski. So it basically allows you to keep a log for each subcontractor and each document, and actually each employee as well. One thing you'll notice that's a little different is there isn't employee certification requirements. You're actually, what's required of the sub is just to upload the entire employee, send them over. So if we check out John Smith, we can see that John Smith has the OSHA 10 and HAZCOM training. And again, on the subcontractor's side, pretty easy to add an employee to the project. You just click add employee. We can add Zach Uzdebski if we want to, and add in the training. But that's what it looks like. That's the difference here. I think if there are any questions, I think maybe we'll talk about that now, and then Zach will get into our smart badge, which is on the horizon here. So I'm just going to quickly open the floor for any questions here via what you've seen in terms of the My Companies page, the My Profile and the myComply Worker app, and both the My Projects, the version 1 and the version 2. Version 2, like I said, will be fully released within the next month or two. So I'd like to open the floor for any questions on any of that stuff, you guys.
And I'd just like to add, I think what we see a lot as customer success managers is that safety managers and project managers, whoever it is, they tend to use manual forms of tracking, whether that be pen and paper, or in most cases it's spreadsheets. So, a safety manager might be tracking all of their employees in a spreadsheet. What we can do on our end is we can actually help you take, if you are tracking something in a spreadsheet, we can upload that into our system and you can start using myComply. Once again, myComply is completely free. So if you're doing any forms of manual tracking, reach out to us after the webinar, and we can either get on a call with you or reach out via email, and we can try and show you how your processes can be improved and you can manage safety a little bit more effectively using smarter software.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Zach. And the other thing I will mention, I'm going to hop on your question there, Ryan, in just a second, is that we've got 24-hour support. If you click down here in the right, you can instantly get a chat going. You can schedule a web demo from here or from the main page when you log on to mycomply.net. Feel free to ask us questions at any time. We have our contact information at the bottom. You can fill out a form. You can email us at team@mycomply. You can phone us at 1-877-583-9303. Again, book a demo from here. Whatever you need, we'll be sure to help you out. So Ryan, you want me to touch back on how to track equipment? So I'm going to quickly show you how to do that. Basically, for tracking equipment, it's the same as tracking an employee. Basically, you're just going to put the name of that equipment. So we could put, let's say, like a ladder.
A dump truck.
Yeah, sure. Dump truck. Let's go with dump truck. Doesn't really matter. You can put in, serial number of that, or whatever you use to track that. I'm just going to put in a random serial number, and I'm going to click save. And basically what you do there is just click add certification. You're going to add in, let's say, next inspection. We'll click save. And as long as you have an expiry date there, so 2020, let's say January 1st, 2020, click save. You're going to receive expiry notifications for that dump truck. So often what we'll see is companies actually start to create a new company, and they'll just call it equipment tracking or something like that. Hopefully that answers your question, Ryan. So it looks like Connor has another question here. Hi, is there the ability of verifying whether the OSHA card is real? So we don't currently have the ability to do that. That's something we're working on with OSHA to get a way to ensure that stuff is verified. So how we go about doing that is a down the road thing. But Connor, the answer to that is we are working on that. Any other questions here from any of you before we hop on the smart badge here?
All right. So yeah, if anyone leaves any more questions here for Adam or myself, we were going to take them there at the end of the webinar here. But one thing I just wanted to show off is our smart badge. So I'm just going to jump in here. So one thing in development right now at myComply is the smart badge, and what that is so Adam just showed you what a myComply profile is, and so what that is for example, say Joe here, he's got his profile uploaded in myComply, or for example, Adam showed you Johnny Construction and Jenny Construction, and they had 4 different certifications. Well, what if you're on site and you wanted to see Joe or Johnny's or Jenny Construction's safety training? Well, that's where the smart badge comes in, and this is something that's going to be ready in the next few weeks here at myComply. And so, as you can see in the graphic above, it says, want to see what training Joe has? Tap hard hat sticker or smart badge to phone to view Joe's training. So what you're going to do is we use what's called NFC technology, which is near field communication. It's the same thing that's used for Apple Pay or for your credit card when you tap it to pay. So when you put a cell phone within 4 centimeters of a smart badge or a hard hat sticker there, you can see it's going to pull up the myComply profile. So if a safety manager is on site and they have, some tablets will even be able to do this. You walk up with a cell phone and you tap someone's badge, whether it's a card or if it's a sticker on their hard hat, you're going to be able to see the myComply profile. So this is kind of what it looks like. Again, if anyone's interested in this, we're going to send a follow-up email to everyone who is here today after the webinar, and please reach out with some questions. If you're interested in this, we can start talking to you about it. But this is kind of what it does. So you're going to be able to tap that badge, and you're going to view worker training. So it's very quick, very simple, and it's very easy for safety managers to stay on top of things on their site, because most people are carrying a mobile phone, and you have that mobile smartphone, you're able to walk up to anyone on site and pull up their training. So this is myComply is completely free. We've got value added services obviously that keep us to bring in revenue and obviously manage our company. So one of the value-added services, obviously, you can book training through myComply, and that's a form of revenue for us. But the smart badge, so if you are looking to buy a smart badge for a hat or the card badge, they run at $5 a badge, and this obviously is very early. We'd be open to talking about, if you are interested in this, putting together a quote for you guys. But essentially, you can now outfit your entire workforce with smart badges, and if you have all your information uploaded into myComply, it's a very fitting solution to, instead of carrying physical badges, for safety managers to just tap and go and view your profile and view all your training, so they can pull up pictures or PDFs or whatever you've uploaded into myComply. They'll be able to see that at the tap of a smartphone. So once again, yeah, we've got cards. So these cards will fit neatly in your wallet, or they can attach to your existing card clip. When we get feedback from a lot of our contractors in our network here, this is something that they were asking for. Is a lot of people carry badges anyways, and this will pull up your photo if you have that uploaded. It'll pull up everything that you have uploaded into your myComply profile, and it's pretty much simultaneous when that smartphone is tapped to it. So we're pretty excited about this, and if you guys are excited or intrigued about it, please reach out to us as well. To program the badges, also very simple. So if you are interested, we send you a USB writer here, and what you would do is you plug this into your desktop or your laptop, and you would put these tags, you would program these tags to workers. It's very simple. So what you would do is you plug it into your computer, you would place an NFC tag right on that writer, and it would tell you which employee. You would say, who are you choosing? So I would say, this is Johnny Construction's tag, and all you would do is click Johnny Construction. That writer writes the tag, and then you can stick that tag on a hard hat, or obviously hand that to your worker, and they would have it in the form of a card and put it in their wallet. So again, this is what it looks like. So like I said, we're a few weeks away from launching this. This is real, a real picture that was taken yesterday. That sticker is completely readable and same as that card. Tap them and you'll be able to see everything you need, all of the training. And yeah, we're really excited about launching this. So if you guys are as well, we can send you more information afterwards. But it looks like we've got about 8 minutes. We said we're going to run at about 45. So if there are any questions, we're going to take those questions now. Once again, any offline questions, if you want to email Adam or myself directly, email team@mycomply.net. That'll go to both of us and we'll be able to take your questions offline. So if you're interested in smart badges, or maybe we went a little bit too quickly today to keep up, just reach out to us and we can walk you through a demo again at a later date. Even if it's just for you, we'd be happy to do that. So yeah, anyone else in your company too, that's a good point, Adam. If you're maybe not the decision maker, but you're interested in seeing what myComply is about, maybe you want to take this to your safety manager and show them how it can help them. So we'll take any questions here. And if there aren't any questions, we'll assume that the rest of them are going to come into us via email. One last thing I wanted to touch on. So this slide deck here that we've put together, that'll be sent to everyone who is attending here today. And we will also send you the recording. So we're going to record this and send it into the cloud. And we're going to send you the recording of the webinar. So you're going to be able to watch all of this over again, or pick portions of the webinar that you found interesting. You'll be able to see all of this at any point moving forward, because we'll have the link sent to you right after. So I'll give a couple seconds for questions here. And if we don't see any coming in, then we hope everyone has a great day and we'll wrap things up. All right, so we're going to take that as everyone's stumped for questions, or you're looking to ask us some questions offline. Once again, we're really happy to answer those questions, and we'll send you guys a follow-up email here after the webinar. Huge thank you to David and Jeff from the Safety Alliance. They've been working their butts off to obviously give their chapter members and their network access to things like this, and we're really happy to do this with them. Obviously, we're hoping to do more of these with them, and for everyone who is asking questions and engaged, we appreciate that. We hope that myComply is seen as valuable and something that maybe you can use moving forward here. Adam, do you have anything to add here?
No, I don't. I just want to thank everyone for coming out and doing this. And thanks for being engaged and asking us questions like that. That's awesome. That means you're definitely intrigued at the very least. And no, we're happy to do this with the Safety Alliance. And thanks a lot to Jeff and Dave for this. This was great. Really appreciate it.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoy your Wednesday. We here in Canada got sprinkled with some snow this morning, so it's kind of a dreary day here. But for wherever you're tuning in, it looks like a lot of attendees here from all over the United States. We hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and that sun is headed your way, and you have an enjoyable spring here. So take care, everyone, and we're going to sign off here, and we'll reach out to you following the webinar. Thanks, guys.